What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem. Today we have Chapter 20, New Resolve. So, what's the plan now that we've temporarily foiled Nergal's plot and Lord Elbert has fallen? So the pirates have taken them home, I guess. That's kind of creepy. New Resolve. So, back in Badon, and reunited with Ninian and Niles. Does she remember things now? Really? Who's he? He's a friend. A brutish friend. Hee hee. Yeah. Indeed. In Nergal's base thing? Well, that's unfortunate. Something really dangerous. I guess a dragon's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty obvious that that's what you were doing, so I don't know why you wouldn't realize that. Well, yeah, you did do something wrong. A dragon almost came to life, or whatever, and it was because you brought Ninian back to the Dragon Gate. That's all your fault. As you should be. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Why else would he be after them? Clearly he wanted to summon a dragon. Huh. Nergal can call to dragons? Quintessence? Or what Force! I believe that's what Nergal called it before. Oh, so how does he harvest someone's quintessence? Really? Interesting. So I guess Darren was only around because he had a lot of quintessence? So what, would starting a war increase people's quintessence somehow? Because it would make people more daring or something? I don't know. I guess the details aren't that important. The point is that he wanted to start a war to harvest quintessence to summon dragons, which is fairly predictable, but it seems to be a kind of a reoccurring theme. I mean, it's not that big a surprise. I mean, I guess Eliwood's a pretty good fighter. Kind words, I guess. But that still doesn't answer the question of why and how Elbert got there to begin with. Yeah. It's all sad and stuff. So when are we gonna get back to killing things? I don't know, she looks like she's probably pretty pale all the time. Why? Oh. Because they're decent human beings? What are you even talking about? Get it together, woman. Ah! Bad things, I guess? Good lord. You need to be a little bit more descriptive with your cries of anguish. Okay. He's what? Okay. Or maybe not. Oh, Elliowood, you're here. No. Okay, so we've got a little bit smaller force for this mission, so I don't need to use Matthew. Who should I exclude? Let's leave out Lynn and grab Dart. Actually, let's also get Matthew instead of Sarah. I actually do need Matthew for this fight, but I'll go over why in a moment. First, we should rearrange our equipment a little bit. Oh, I meant to give him back the hand axe, but I accidentally gave him back everything. Grab a vulnerary, and I should probably take back the wolf feel. Rebecca. Trade in the halberd, and I'm going to grab that Orion's bolt. I'll keep him the way he is. Do I have any spare heal staves? I do not. That's okay. We've got a vendor in this mission, so we can remedy that. I think I'll deposit the Iron Lance as well, just to give Satan a little bit more inventory room. Raven's fine. Or let's actually take out another Iron Sword, just because his current one is almost broken. Deposit that Javelin. What do we got in terms of spears? Let's take a Steel Lance. And let's leave it at that. Dart does not need the door key, but I will give him an Iron Axe. For the time being, I'll deposit the member card. And where's Legault? Pocket all his stuff. And I think I'm actually going to not use Sane, but use Canis, because Canis needs experience, so... Okay. So let's take a peek at the map here. This, as we can see, is a nighttime battle, which actually, considering that, let's pick units, not trade. Let's get a torch on here. At least gives Matthew something to do. Oh, check map. So, we've got a little town here that we have to protect, I guess. But we can't really see what's coming, so this mission can be a little bit dicey. I I don't think these ballistas are manned. Well, we'll find out. There is an arena here that we can use to abuse for infinite gold if we... Except we can't really do that. But I'll go over all of that more when we actually get into the mission. For now, let us rearrange our formation a tad. Florina, I want to be up front. Matthew, I can put in the back. Oh, there's a dude over here. Well, how capable is Canis of killing these guys? He's got 17 attack and 9 speed. How fast are these guys? 4. Do they have an attack speed penalty? 6 con, 6 weight, so no penalty on him. Does Canis get a penalty from Flux? 7 con, 8 weight, so that brings him down to 8. So he can double attack this guy anyways, so put him down there. Raven, I want up front-ish. Let's move Dart up. That seems good. So, this mission can be a little bit tense. Obviously it's another Fog of War mission, so we can't quite see what's coming. What's going on here? You're really broken up about that. Hmm? You can do that? That's kind of cool, I guess. Okay, well, I guess Ninian's gonna help us out too. What? I guess she's using Nini's Grace? Okay. Some sort of energy. Okay. Okay, so Ninian functions much the same way that Niles does. In fact, her stats and level are exactly the same as Niles. So, Niles finished Lynn's mode at level 16 with these stats, so her stats are actually the same as what he had. The difference between them is that Ninian can actually get supports, although I'm not going to give her any, and she can use these rings. There's the Nini's Grace that we rescued, or we retrieved it while we were in Lynn's mode, and there's a couple other rings that give units a small buff that lasts for a single turn. We're going to save those for now, but they are there. Canis is going to deal with him. Now, the biggest thing, I guess before I go too far, if we look at the status, you'll see that it says for the objective for this mission is to defeat enemy warrior Oleg. So basically, to finish this battle, all we have to do is beat the boss. Which means two things. For one, it means that our objective, because it's just to kill a single enemy, we don't really have the same capability to stall as long as we want for this mission. Actually, is there anyone up here that needs to be killed? There is. Rebecca's got that on lockdown. So, we only have sort of a predetermined, not predetermined, but hand axe. I thought I was using a steel axe. Oh well. We have a bit of a predetermined amount of time to actually finish this mission. There's a little bit of a rush here. And part of the reason for that is because, by the way, Oleg is located down here, just as an FYI. But the thing about Oleg is that despite being a boss, he actually moves, which is kind of problematic. Because like, he's gonna charge at our guys, so we can't just sit around and approach him at our own leisure. Now, I'm just trying to think what I want to do in terms of shopping here, because there's a whole bunch of shops here. So we have some iron equipment stuff here, which we don't really need. There's an armory up here. There's a vendor down here. We want to visit this vendor. Don't care about the other vendor. There's a whole bunch of villages to visit too. I want to send Florina up here. I'm not quite... Oh, bad guy in the way. Okay. So that's what happens if there's a bad guy in the way, if you didn't know. I guess I might as well visit this place with Hector. I want to hit some of the farther away villages pretty quickly. I'm not entirely sure if there are any like brigands that are going to pillage the villages, but I don't really want to take that risk. There probably are though, because there a lot of reinforcements come from this side of the map, whether you can see it or not. So it says on my notes here that a brigand will spawn in this corner here on turn 4. So chances are that brigand is going to beeline this village, and I believe... Do I not have it written down here? Oh no, there it is. Yeah, this village is the one that I want to visit the most. The rest of the villages don't matter especially, but this one is important for me to get to. So I want to get there quickly as I can. Let's dance for Raven, which functions the same as Niles's play option, or whatever it's called. It just grants a second turn. So now Raven can move again. So there's no one on this ballista, so Rebecca can take advantage of that if she so chooses. I should have healed Raven up before moving out. Oh well. I don't really want to use Eliwood too much, but I'll move him forward just to have another force that can kind of take a hit. Because being a Fog of War mission, you gotta be careful with who you have up in the front. Raven, not the best at killing cavaliers, but he manages, although he's in a little bit of trouble here. But not an insurmountable amount of trouble. Unfortunately, Florina is not wielding a javelin, but wow, he's got a Shine Tome, which is like a second level magic spell, and still was not able to really do much. That's a nice dodge there, Raven. Oh, he's smart. Walked right up to Rebecca. I don't know why they have so many monks in this mission, but whatever. Huh. 0 damage. Unfortunately, Canis can't win this fight in a single engagement, but he will win eventually. It's also important to note that if you recall, in the magic weapon triangle, or I guess just the magic triangle, light tomes, or light magic, has the advantage against dark magic. So Canis is suffering a little bit of a reduced hit chance against this guy, but it's not going to end up mattering too much in the long run. This guy's literally incapable of killing Canis. Though I would like Canis to actually be on, not the front line, but in a position to actually kill guys. So let's attack with Dart. Kill one of them off. What level is he now? 16? 15. So, hopefully by now you can kind of see why I was so interested in using Dart. He's a pretty good unit. Let's heal up Raven. This would actually be a good situation to use a men's staff in if I had one. Well, I have one, it's just not in my inventory. Let's visit this vendor. Buy a few more men's staffs. Let's Get 4 of those. And I'm gonna buy a men's staff. And let's buy another lightning tome. So that should be good for now for shopping. How far can Ninian reach? Okay, so I think I'll do this. Dance for Dart. I do have to be kind of careful having Ninian on the front lines, but in truth, because I put so much work into leveling Niles up in Lin's mode, she's at a really good level, and she has a ton of avoidance, so I'm not especially concerned about her. What's Dart's speed at? Oh look, a torch. That might go back to Merlinus. 11 speed. It's not great, but it's enough to get the job done. Kill this monk. And a level up. That's level 12? 13. Not a great level up. Although luck is something that he does not get us a whole lot of, so I'm certainly not complaining about it. Kill this guy. It's kind of annoying actually that this is like they give you the ballistas for your archers to use in this mission, but at the same time, like, it's a fog of war mission, so you get all this ridiculous range from the ballista, and you can't even really use it because you can't see any of the enemies. Anyways, I'm going to ignore that monk and continue having Florina head this way. Oh, what the heck? It's a Wyvern Rider. Wyvern Riders are fairly similar to Falcon or Pegasus Knights in that they are flying dudes. They use spears? I thought Wyvern Riders traditionally used axes. I guess that's a change that was made in future games. The difference between Wyvern Riders and Pegasus Knights are Pegasus Knights tend to focus a little bit more on speed and dodging and stuff like that, whereas Wyvern Riders are a little bit more focused on strength and defense and have really low resistance. So they're pretty weak against magic. Speaking of speed and stuff, yeah, Ninian has 71 avoidance. That's pretty ridiculous. I guess 24 speed and 23 luck will do that. So, continue moving up this way. I don't want to rush forward too quickly, but I do want to have people kind of in this vicinity to support Florina if she needs it. Oof, good thing that missed. I should be able to kill this guy. Yeah. So as you can see, 15 damage if he hit me, which is a pretty fair sum. Oh! Wait, only 10 damage on this guy? I guess he's using a poison lance, so that's probably not quite as strong. Yes, continue to tickle Florina. Really, I don't mind. Does she have a javelin? If she does, I should probably equip it. This guy's just using their shine tomes. Okay. A little damage to Florina. Unfortunately, I don't have Sarah here to heal her, so she's gonna have to kind of retreat. I'm gonna use a vulnerary. So, move Matthew up a tad. Once I get him a little bit closer to the front line, I'm going to use his torch. I just want to make sure there's no one up here. No one else. I don't think there is, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Hopefully Dart can kill this guy. Iron Axe? Yeah, Iron Axe can hit twice, so that'll work. That's a dead Wyvern Rider. Actually, at this point, I almost have to be concerned about Dart hitting level 20 before I get his promotion item. Let's move Raven up a tad. And give him another turn. I do need to heal him again at some point, but I'll worry about that in a moment. Can Oswin kill this guy? Whoa, he can double attack that dude? So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How should I do this? I think what I will do is go like... No, I don't think there's a way to do this. Let's start off, I guess, by javelining this archer, who has a poison bow, apparently. So he's dead. I don't need this antitoxin. I mean, it's not like it's useless, but I don't really need it. I guess I'll kill this guy. He has a poison axe, so I'll prevent him from poisoning anyone. Okay, well, it's a good thing I gave him another iron sword. Oh yeah, and Eliwood can just kill this guy now. I don't know why I thought that was such a... I was overthinking things a little bit. So that will put him over to level 18? His speed's actually fallen off a little bit. It's kind of unfortunate. So now visit this village. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. And for visiting this village, we get an Elysian Whip, which is the item required to promote a Pegasus Knight. So, once Florina gets up another level, she can use that and become a Falcon Knight. So, just Canis is left. Okay. So, the rushing is pretty much done with now, so now all I really have to do is kind of gather my forces back up and begin the push to take out the boss. The only thing I have to worry about now, the only thing left, is the fact that the enemy boss, Oleg... Ooh, good thing I dodged that. Like, 7 damage is not terrible, but it's an amount of damage that I would prefer to not take. The enemy boss, Oleg, has a Knight's Crest, or is it a Hero Crest? I think it's a Hero Crest. Yeah. So Matthew will be able to steal that. That's the last thing I have to worry about. It's not imperative that Matthew steals it, because Hero Crests are used for mercenaries and myrmidons. And I'm not using any myrmidons. And so the only person I have that's going to use a Hero Crest is Raven. And I already have a Hero Crest, so I don't need more of them. Let's take a quick look here. So Shine Tome requires a D in light magic, so I'm pretty sure... Does Sarah start with a D or an E in light? I think it might be an E, actually. Now, I have to be careful with Priscilla. She is poisoned. So it's going to last for 3 more turns. Oog? Alright then. I'm pretty sure poison can't kill a unit. What's level's Raven at? 13. Let's actually dance for Canis. I was gonna have her give Priscilla another turn, since she needs to kind of get up there and start healing people, but Canis needs experience badly, and he's pretty far from the front line. So let's go like this. Use his iron sword to murderify this brigand. He's really starting to kick into gear here, although his strength is still a little low. But, well, 11, yeah, it's lower than Rebecca, but he does have a few levels to go yet. But he'll be fine. And then have Dart use a hand axe against this guy. One shot! That's what happens when your strength is ridiculous. Send Eliwood down here. I guess Oswin should just kind of sit there, and that'll hopefully draw out some people to come attack him, or not. Move Matthew up a bit more. Well, there's another guy. I believe that's the brigand that spawns on turn 4, up in the corner here. So he doesn't have any villages left to pillage. I guess he might come down here, but I'm actually making pretty quick work of this mission. Come on, do something! They're not super fast, but they do have a good amount of speed. So, there's a Worm Slayer, which is kind of like a Horse Slayer, and that's effective against Wyvern Riders instead of mounted units. It's got a decent amount, like, it's a decent sword overall as well. Like, 7 attack isn't terrible, and it's fairly accurate. I believe Iron Swords have 5. So, yeah, I would say it's a little bit better than the Steel Sword, depending on who you're using it with, because it's not quite as heavy. It's got the same accuracy, 1 less might, but it's... I don't know if I'm ever going to actually use it. I guess I probably will at some point, but yeah. So, let's check out this arena. Can you... I don't really want to bet 850 gold. I don't think you can change... Okay, yeah, you can. So if you visit several times, you can get different amounts of bet. The reason I'm a little careful about that is just because... let's go for that one. Depending on how much you bet, a higher bet results in you combating a stronger opponent. So this is what happens in the arena. You bet a little gold, and you start a fight. And unlike a normal fight, this one goes until either you or your opponent dies. The only exception to that being that if you press the B button, then at the end of that current round, the fight will end and you will be considered to have lost. So the fight doesn't end immediately, so you have to be a little careful, because like if you have a really slow character and your enemy attacks twice, then even after their first attack goes, if you press B, the battle won't end until after their second attack. So you have to be careful about that. So the arena is a really good way to get some experience, extra experience. It's a pretty good source of gold too. But you have to be careful, especially of how much you're betting, because like I said, a higher bet results in stronger enemies that you're facing, and you don't want to face anyone super strong. So like that fight, Canis, he took a fair beating there. He's probably not the best arena goer ever. It's also random what type of enemy you're facing, so you could end up having like a Myrmidon facing off against an enemy knight or something, and that's not going to go super well for you. So you got to be... Some characters just aren't made for the arena, basically. So equip the Iron Axe. I think I actually want to put Oswin here. Let's just put him there. That seems good. Who else has to go? Oh, Hector. He's sitting over here all on his own. I never visited this house. What do we get from here? We get a light rune, which is not something I especially care about, but I will make an effort to get it anyways. You think you can take on Dart? You'd be mistaken, my friend. Good lord. The amount of damage this guy is doing is just incredibly ridiculous. He's stronger than Hector, and he's consistently getting 2 attacks now. Shine! So at this point you have to be a little bit careful about pushing it too fast because the boss is hiding in the shadows somewhere. Oh, Archer. Archer attack! Oof, good dodge. Good dodge, Florina. The heck was that? Why did it zoom down here? I'm not really sure. Well, anyways, I guess I might as well send Hector down this way. Let's get Rebecca on this ballista. Unfortunately, man, just a little bit under able to kill all of them. Like, all 3 of those guys are pretty close to being able to be killed in a single shot. I guess I might as well shoot this guy. The nice thing about ballistas is that you get to do a little bit of damage without using up the durability on your own weapons. There's the range to them as well, of course, but yeah. Now, someone needed healing, didn't they? I guess Dart could use a little bit of a topping off here. Of course, I still have to be careful with Priscilla. I really need to get another... what's it called in this game? An Angel's Robe? She really needs a little bit more health. Her poison should only have 1 tick left, so that's good. Now, let's use this torch. I didn't use it earlier just because Matthew is far enough back that the extra vision it would get wouldn't really reveal all that much, and the amount of distance that the torch covers reduces the farther you go. Like, the more turns the torch is active, the less range vision it gives you, so I want to be sure that when I use the torch, it would give me maximum vision. Because I want to be sure to see this fellow here, Oleg, far before I get to him. Oh, does he have a bow? He does have a bow, so he's probably going to attack Eliwood. This guy, like I said, he moves around, and he's actually an extremely powerful boss, so you have to be really careful about how you approach him. So I guess the best option here is going to be Steel Lance to finish this quick. I'll finish these guys off real quick. This Wyvern Rider is probably going to go for Eliwood too. I probably shouldn't have put him there, honestly. But I guess hindsight is 20/20. Move Ninian up a little bit more. How far forward can I move Raven? So I'll put him there. And do I want to visit the arena again? I guess I'll give it another go. Oh, it's a shaman duel. It's actually pretty evenly matched. I'll probably win just because I have better avoidance. He needs to hit me 4 times, and I only need to hit him 3 times. This guy's actually higher level than me, too. I guess I need to hit him 4 times, too, actually. Actually, do arena fights consume durability? I don't think they do. Oh my god, two shamans fighting in an arena. This is the longest freaking battle ever because Flux has a long ass freaking animation. Just die! Thank you. But I should level him up. Not a ton of experience from that. A little speed is gonna give him a good boost there. Okay, hopefully Eliwood doesn't straight up die in this battle. Or this turn anyways. Oh, really? Well, he's not gonna kill Eliwood. He didn't even hit me, so that's good. Oh, this guy went after Raven? I guess he is a little low on health at the moment. He's having a little bit of trouble taking out enemies that are beefy. He doesn't really have any difficulty like taking out weakly armored enemies, he just annihilates them, but he doesn't really have the strength to go after stuff like Cavaliers at this point, it would seem. Okay, so Priscilla's poison is gone, but now Eliwood has gained poison. I think I probably want Canis on the front lines now. He's in decent condition. This is actually probably a pretty good... I would like to use the Wyvern Sword thingy, but the Worm's Bane I think is called, or whatever, but I really don't need it to do 5 damage. Okay, so... Okay, one-shot him with the Steel Lance. Might as well do that. Okay, so now I have to be very careful about how I handle Oleg here. I think what I'm gonna do is have Raven... I can kill him with the Iron Sword, so let's do that. I guess even if it takes Raven a little bit longer to kill guys, even the Cavaliers and Wyverns and stuff, he's still very capable of killing them. It's just, like I said, it takes a little bit longer. Oh yeah, you can actually move... Well, I knew you could move with the Ballista, but I actually just forgot that she had the Ballista. So I might as well attack Oleg. Weaken him up a little bit. I guess maybe that's actually the reason why he moves, is because otherwise you could just shoot him from forever away with the ballistas. Forever, of course, being a measurement of distance or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, so I think... Can I kill this guy with Oswin? Oh, this guy has a hammer. That might actually be bad. Okay, let's see here. He has 17 defense with the Silver Axe. This 15. It's 31. He has 31 attack with the Silver Axe. 31 minus 15 is 16. So Oswin would survive an attack. But what I might want to do is something like attack Raven. Well, let's heal Raven. He can't reach Priscilla where she's positioned. Can this guy reach anyone? No, the forests are in his way. I think I'll leave Matthew there, just because it creates the possibility that... Basically, I'm hoping that Oleg fires his bow at either Matthew or Raven here. And what I think I will do is position Dart here, just to kind of give him another target that he can shoot with the bow. I would do the same with Canis, except... Actually... Maybe what I should do here is... give Priscilla another turn to heal up Canis. I will do just that. So the ideal way to take out Oleg, it seems to be to lure him into using his bow and then attack with your melee characters so that he doesn't have a way to counterattack them. He's probably, yeah, he's just going to go for the Silver Axe against Oswin though. Ba 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 da ba. Pretty good level up. Okay, so how shall I play this? Can I kill this Cavalier? What I think I will do is attack the Cavalier with Rebecca, and then weaken him up with Canis, or kill him with Canis. That will give me another spot in which I can attack Oleg from. Priscilla, I want to heal up Oswin. Although placing Priscilla there kind of means that I have to kill him this turn. Otherwise he's just going to shoot her and kill her. Let's give Dart a try. 2 hits with the Iron Axe. That seems like a good idea. That'll weaken him up pretty significantly. Wait, I killed him? I thought Dart wasn't gonna kill him. I guess I mathed bad? Oh well. Oh, and I forgot to steal from him. Oh well. It's honestly not that big a deal. Like I said earlier, we don't need another Hero's Crest. I would probably just sell it. I think it sells for a few thousand. I'm not especially concerned with forgetting it, just... if you can do it, do it. If not, then whatever. I honestly thought that Dart would not kill him, but at the same time, I was probably going to just kill him with Raven rather than take the time to steal from him, because Oleg is a really strong boss, and I would rather play it safe and not mess around than say, oh, I need 3,000 extra gold, I'm gonna risk dying. In my father's name. Well, I guess it makes sense to consult the leader of the Lycian League. He seems a little reluctant to go home. Huh. I guess it is kind of hard to send him a message from, say, Valor Isle. Well, that seems to have lightened Delywood's mode a little bit. So, now what? Okay. Were they? I guess they were. Isadora? That's Delywood's sister, isn't it? Or no, not sister, but like a commander of their knights or something? Wait, how did word get to her so quickly? A sword? It's a good point. I guess he is technically, Delywood is technically the Marquis of Foray now. So I guess Isadora's on our side now, except that she's terrible. That didn't take him very long. Oh, we're friends. Thanks, Hollywood. Oh, so what's this? What's Nergal up to now? The Four Fangs, huh? Limstella's an interesting name. Just go kill some people so that you can heal me up. Yeah. But anyways, that's it for today on Let's Play Fire Emblem. Catch you later.